Okay, so today we're going to unbox and have a quick look over the new Olight Olantern Classic 2 Lite. So on the front of the box we have the picture of the actual item as well as the Olight branding and the model. Again on the sides we have the Olight brandings, the top the model number, and on the back the specifications of the item. Okay, let's open it up and have a look. So as we open the box, we are greeted with the top part of the packaging, which contains 4 AA batteries and the instructions. So the lantern is secured in place with cardboard packaging, which is easy to remove. And there we have it. So first things first, let's have a quick look over the actual lantern itself. This is the clay beige model and it's the Olantern Classic 2 Lite, which means it doesn't actually have any rechargeable batteries in it and it's powered by AA batteries, so easy consumable replaceable items. So looking over the lantern for the first time, on the top we have the handle and another D-ring here which obviously can be used for hanging. So we have the main switch which controls the on and off as well as the dimming and brightness functions as well as swapping from orange to white light. And the LED, and on the bottom, it's not a good sign, that rubber footing is loose. Let's see if I can put that back on, and hopefully that's not a long-term problem. Okay, so obviously that either come off in manufacturing or in the box. So on the bottom we have the Olantern Classic 2 Lite, battery 4x AA, rated power 3.8 watts, and the relevant markings. We have 3 rubber grippy pads on the bottom and this little catch which is the open close. So currently closed. To open it, flip it to open and the base will come away. And inside the base, quite nice little details. Gets a rubber surface to help hold the batteries in place with Olight branding on it. And then inside the battery compartment we have a piece of ribbon with Olight branding on it as well, obviously to help make the removal of used batteries easier. Okay, so let's get the batteries out and install them. So in this top box we have 2 sets of AA batteries and the user manual. So a quick look over the user manual. We have what's in the box, product overview with the handle, hang ring, orange LED filaments, rotary knob switch and indicator, and the warm white LEDs, battery installation, and the battery indicator, which then shows that a green light will indicate it's between 100 and 15%. A red indicator will indicate the battery power is between 15 and 5%. And if the indicator is blinking red, it indicates the battery is between 5% and 0. Okay, let's install the batteries. The batteries you get with it are Nuo Zing Alkaline, 0% mercury and cadmium. So the size is LR6 or AA and 1.5 volts. It's very simple to install. Obviously negative end goes to the spring and positive end goes to the flat part, which ensure it's off. So push the base on and lock into position. And there we go. So to turn it on, simply turn the dial. So when you first turn on the lantern, the orange LEDs come on, obviously they come on low. and they're roughly about 10 lumens, and that should give about 105 hours runtime. As you turn the dial, it increases in brightness. Obviously, as you increase the brightness, the lumens increase and the runtime will diminish. So it gets to the point where it switch between the orange LEDs and the warm white LEDs. So just before the switch over, the orange LEDs will be on high, and that will be roughly 130 lumens, and that should give roughly 3.5 hours runtime. But as you switch over to the warm white LEDs, this then goes on to the low warm white, which is around 120 lumens, and that should give roughly 6 hours and 20 minutes runtime. And obviously, as you increase in brightness, once you get to maximum, this will give roughly 240 lumens, which will last for about 20 minutes. And then that will drop to 150 lumens, which will last for 200 minutes. And then finally drop to 100 lumens, which will last for 60 minutes. So my first impressions of the lantern are really positive. It's got a nice weight to it. It feels solid, it feels well made. So even though it's daylight, it still produces quite a lot of light. And as you can see, it will illuminate the table fairly well. The dial's responsive, it's got quite a positive click on and off. As long as the rubber feet stay on, it should give a nice grippy surface. And the colour looks nice as well. It's clean, and it has the air of a classic lantern look as well. So all in all, I am fairly pleased. So as I turn the dial on, you will see the indicator lights up and turns green, showing that there's between 15 and 100% power in there. After a few moments, it will turn off again. But as I turn the dial, it will illuminate again, giving an indication of what the battery power is. So I also have an Olantern Classic 2 Pro in the copper finish. So I thought it'd be good to have a quick comparison of the differences between the two. Obviously this one being AA battery powered and this one being lithium ion rechargeable battery powered. So to start off with, we can pretty much see the actual makeup, and form factor is exactly the same. Obviously just different colours. You can't really notice any differences until you actually turn over and see the base. So obviously with the AA powered lantern, the base is different. It protrudes a bit more and has the catch to open it. And there are only 3 rubber feet on the bottom. Whereas with the rechargeable one, there are 4 rubber feet on the bottom, as well as the Olight charging port. The next difference is the Olight logo on the actual lantern. On the AA battery powered one, it's just there, it doesn't do anything. But on the rechargeable one, that will come away to reveal 2 USB ports, a USB-C and a USB. And these are for charging the Olantern as well as charging peripheral devices such as your mobile phone. So the other 2 main differences between the lanterns, excluding the colour, are the runtimes and the lumen outputs. So with the battery powered one, the maximum lumens is 240, whereas the maximum lumens on the rechargeable one is 300. This has a max runtime of 105 hours, and this has a max runtime of 180 hours. So the minimum light output on both of these is 10 lumens, and that's on the orange LEDs. But the difference is the actual runtimes of these. With the battery power one, the max runtime you're going to get is about 105 hours, where with the rechargeable one, the max runtime you're going to get is about 180 hours. Again, with the maximum orange light level, they're both 130 lumens, but again, this is where it varies with the max runtimes. This is roughly 3.5 hours, where this is going to be about 23 hours. That's almost a day of constant use. When you move up to the actual white LEDs, then again, there's some differences in that. So the minimum for this one is about 120 lumens, whereas the minimum for this is 130. This will actually give a 6.5, well, just under a 6.5 hour runtime, whereas this will give a 35 hour runtime. And again, with the maximum outputs, this is only 240 lumens for the white, and this is 300 lumens for the white. So the maximum runtimes on the warm white are 240 lumens for 20 minutes, then it drops to 150 lumens for 200 minutes, and then 100 lumens for 60 minutes, whereas this one will run at 300 lumens for 20 minutes, then it drops to 200 lumens for 480 minutes, and then finally will drop to 150 lumens for 1000 minutes. So obviously there is much more significant runtime with the actual rechargeable Olantern. So even though there is a difference in lumens between the two lights, it is really difficult to see or tell in this environment at the moment. So even just looking at them with my own eyes, I can just about tell there's more brightness coming from this one. Okay, so if you made it all the way through, thanks for watching. It's much appreciated. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Obviously, I'm trying to reach the magic 1,000 on subscribers. So any subscribers will be much appreciated and returned. So if you like it, please leave a comment, let me know, or also leave a comment if you think there's any ways I can improve. But thanks for watching.